permit from FEMA where you say, look, this is just backup water. There's no water flowing. It just gets, we can fill this in, and we don't affect the floodplain over here because they just plot it on that lowest contour. So those areas that are just backwater, and if you have a way to divert water somewhere else, and one of the plans that we were looking at was taking stormwater on Memorial and taking it straight to the river rather than flowing it all the way through Bentley Park. If we could take it right out to the river, then you don't have to, that backup water, that goes away.
Could that be any part of the what we were discussing earlier, as far as the public? It wouldn't be a public use then. I was thinking if it would benefit the public anyway. It would.
I think if from an economic development standpoint, if you had somebody ready to do something,
It would, but it wouldn't help out. It wouldn't give you that kind of public use out of it though.
or public infrastructure. They're, you know.
Is this proposition written where we can acquire more property if we need it?
For the corridor? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We talked about sand being pushed down the river when it floods. When we've had the high waters that we've had a lot of debris, trash, trees, wood. How will we keep that? Do we have a plan in place to keep that cleaned out?
If we dredged out,
Yeah.
I mean, if we had a low water dam, we definitely have to do that.
Yeah.
We would have to. That's something that we have to figure out with the manpower to get down, and plus it depends on if it's out in the river part, the part that we've got parks and we've improved or we haven't.
Yeah.
And so I think if it's part of that park area that we could get in there and that had to be part of that plan. But there are trees and those things that come moving through there and getting hung up on some of it. Yeah. So that's something we have to think about. It would be much less maintenance than a dam where we're catching it for sure.
Yeah.
But there would be times we have to get out there and clear some logs and trees.
Jared, what's the cost of just bringing in dirt, filling in North Lagoons, versus doing something like this where we're dredging it, filling them?
It'd probably double.
Be double the dredge.
Double to haul it in.
Oh, so it would be double the cost to haul it in.
Well, you got to buy it for $4 a yard and spend another $4 to $5 a yard to haul it in. If you did this, you could probably get it taken straight over there for $5 a yard.
So you're saving money and potentially creating a lake in the river at the same time.
Right. Stuff we're going to have to do anyway. When we build our plant, we got to close our lagoons out. We either have to, options that we have are take it from Hakey and haul it over there to our lagoon. The problem there is that hauling costs would just kill you.
Yeah, that's where the money is.
It sounds to me
See,
like
what they would do on
smart-
hauling the,
smart idea.
what they would do is just excavate it right down the river. And
They would never get on the highway, so they could use their head equipment, run through the park, put it in the lagoon.
They'd go right down the river and it would never hit the highway.
Well, I think knowing that it would cost double just to fill it in made it very clear to me. So.
Because there's economic development opportunity right there. Once we get those lagoons filled in,
Yeah, you get.
that's ready to go.
Well, 3 then. You get the economic. I can't talk. It's getting so late. Economic development of that land. You get a potential lake in the river, and then what's the other one?
Lagoons.
That filling, that economic, filling in, you defray some of that cost you had on building the wastewater plant. Yeah, I mean, you catch all 3 of those things in one shot.
We've looked at the numbers of what other people are doing, like at the river Spirit Casino, and what those costs are. And so we're pretty confident what it would cost to move that dirt from the river.
Well, I think everybody's dragging here a little bit. I just run through the last couple of things that we had here. Is we have the letter from Phil Frazier. I asked him to go through it, all the legal issues, mining rights. What are the kinds of things we need to think about in getting the river? And those are things he's included in that letter at the end. With property acquisition and what can you do when you own land on the river. And his basic approach is if you own both sides of the river, you're in the best shape possible. You can do what you need to do out on either side. And I think, Patrick, probably what we'll do is the last item we had was to talk about the ballot and ordinance.
Yes.
And actually we have the reallocation next. You guys want to talk about the reallocation portion, or you want to stop and hit it in the morning?
I think I'm pretty loaded for
I think
tonight.
we're to the point of refusal.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be smart to wait for.
I don't think I'm thinking as clear as I
Yeah.
was.
So are we going to
Mayor, what do you think?
adjourn this meeting, or do you want to?
Okay, Brian's tired. What do you want to do, Dennis? Do you want to adjourn for the adjourn
Whatever, I'm good. What do you wanna do?
and start fresh in the morning?
Okay.
Well, let's adjourn this meeting. At what time?
I have 11:10.
At 11:10 p.m. What time did you have us plan to start?
Oh, yeah,
tomorrow?
that's a good, you had 9, right?
I had 9, if that.
I wanna ask